I'm doing a bit of an experiment today. So one of you suggested that I should make bread with beer, and I'd never really heard of it being done before without the traditional things like yeast and what have you, which I don't have in. So here's the comment, and thank you so much for suggesting this. So I am going to try this today, and it is an experiment, so stick along till the end and see if it works out for me. Let's have a go. If you haven't been with me before, my name is Suzanne. This is Money Made Magic, where we look at everything to do with budgeting, frugal living and trying to save you a little bit of money. I'm a 60-something solo survivor of several things, and I've got an abundance of experience and skill really in budgeting, paying down debt and saving money. So I did find a recipe online, and indeed you can make bread even with non-alcoholic beer, so that's what I've got there. So, and it tells me that I can make it with plain flour as well as self-raising flour, which I'm really fascinated with, and with no yeast. So I've got my beer, which is there. I've got my plain flour. I don't have any self-raising flour left, and I don't want to buy any, because the point of this is trying to make something when you don't have the resources. I have got some salt, which the recipe asks for, and some baking powder, which you would need if you weren't using self-raising flour. And the recipe does suggest you can add herbs and spices if you want to add a bit of flavour. So I found a tub of mixed herbs in the back of my cupboard, and I'm going to use some of those. So I'm going to make a nice herby, beery bread. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I need to weigh out some of my ingredients. That's the first thing I need to do. I need 3 cups of plain flour, so we'll do these with cup measures. I've got cup measures. Okay, I have got cup measures, and there's 3 cups, so this is 1 cup. I actually don't need the weighing machine. I'm going to use my cup measures, and I'm going to measure out 3 cups of the plain flour. Let me know in the comments what you use. Do you use cup measures? Do you use scales? I know in the US people use cup measures quite a lot, don't they? We don't use them as much in the UK, but I quite like them. They're quite easy. We'll dig down into the bag to get them. Gosh, it feels a lot. However, I make a good size loaf. So that's my 3 cups of flour. It's quite a lot of flour. And you need to think about this when you are making bread. You need to weigh up the cost of the ingredients against the cost of just buying a loaf from the cheap shelves. However, there are benefits in making your own, because you can use your own ingredients and you can use different types of flour, and you don't have any of the additives in it. Right, so I want 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, Doesn't feel a lot, plain. A teaspoon of salt. Now I'm not going to add a lot of salt. I'm going to put half a teaspoon in, because I don't like my food very salty. But I think a little bit will give it some flavour. Optional sugar, which I'm not going to put in, although it does help browning, it says. Maybe I'll put a teaspoon in. I don't want it too sweet. That's the only thing. Sugar. And then I want to mix all those ingredients together. Make sure they're well mixed. It says whisk them. I wouldn't want to whisk all that. I prefer to just stir it. Right, okay. Mix the ingredients together. Pour the beer into the dry mixture until it's just combined. Here goes. Here we are with the beer. It's called Corona Zero. This was given to me by my daughter. I think I might have enjoyed it on a hot sunny afternoon, but I'm not that bothered. So you stir it in apparently. Stir till it's just combined. Here we go. Let's see what happens. I fear that I'm going to be making a sticky mess. Do you fear that as well? Let me know in the comments what you think at this point. Gosh, I've never done anything like this before. Get it all in. Oh, it smells quite nice. Actually, I'm going to put. I should have maybe put the herbs in. Maybe I don't. Maybe I should have put them in the dry mixture. Maybe I won't add them. Maybe I'll add them on the top. What do you think? A nice herby crust. And it says don't over mix it. Oh, it smells really nice. It says lumpy is fine. Don't over mix it. And then it says pour into the loaf tin. Oh, the loaf tin is big enough. Maybe I will put some herbs in. Oh, they're not open, these ones. I'm going to put a sprinkling of herbs in. And just fold them in. And there'll be patches of it that are herby. Won't that be nice? I'm going to put this into my tin. It smells really nice. Do you know what it smells like? Stuffing. I'm going to try and get all the remaining bits off the side. Don't want to know. It smells really nice. It actually smells like bread already. Okay. There we are. And it's going in the oven. It goes in at 190 or 375, whichever oven type you've got, preheated, and it goes in for about 40 to 50 minutes. But I would keep checking it every now and again, just keep having a look. Right, that has gone into the oven for about 45 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm going to pot on and do some jobs while that's in. It's a Monday for me and I'm on holiday from work, which is lovely. So I've got some time to get on with some jobs. I'll catch you in 45 minutes when the bread's ready. Well, I'm about 15 minutes into the baking. And it looks like I've got a rise on the bread, which is amazing. I can't believe how it's rising. It's amazing. See that rise on it? Look at that. The bread's out the oven and it looks amazing. But I've got to leave it to stand for a few minutes to let it cool so I can actually get it out of the glass baking tin safely. So I'm going to go and have a cup of tea and then it'll be test time. There we are. It is coming out. Whoa. It smells delightful. I don't know whether it's got to cool a little bit before we cut into it. Not sure. Might have just a little try of the crust and put some more butter on it. I am going to leave that pot there to cool. I never imagined beer and flour and a bit of sugar and salt would make bread. Right, I'm going to just cut the end off. It's absolutely toasty warm still. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, lovely. That's what it's like inside. Look at that, lovely and springy. Bit doughy, maybe it could have been done with a bit longer, but it will be all right. Right then, the taste test. So I did record a taste test, but unfortunately I didn't film it properly, so here goes. I'm serving this with a bit of cheese and some butter on the bread. That's delightful with cheese. I'm going to say that's one of the nicest breads I've ever had. Really nice. Thank you for suggesting making bread with beer. It's been an excellent outcome. And I think I'll be doing it more. I need to find some really cheap beer now though, because I'm not paying beer prices just to make bread, but it is really nice. And actually it's brilliant, isn't it, if you can make your own stuff. I really liked it. I liked it better than making bread when I made the bread with the yoghurt. And I will link that over here somewhere if you haven't seen that recipe. But I prefer the beer one. It's much nicer. It's really, really nice. Thank you for being with me. I'll pop the recipe in the comments below. I just found it on the internet, on Google. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try beer bread. I thought it was a really good thing to do. Some people would say, well, maybe that's a waste of beer. I don't know. It just depends, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to go off and enjoy my cheese and beer bread for my lunch. And I'll see you again in another video. Bye.